Hey Taurus, I am your astrologer, Wonder Girl, taking you to new heights. Here's your monthly forecast for the month of March 2018. Now before I get started, I just have one announcement. I did do a March 2018 webinar where I talk about what's going on this month and what it all means. If you are interested in learning more about that, please click the link down below in my description box to get to the recording of that so that you can watch it, okay? In it, I do talk a lot about Pisces and a lot about Aries since we've got a lot of planets moving through there. This month. I talk about what each of these signs mean from a larger perspective here to kind of give you more of the big picture of what's going on. I definitely see this month as being the final overcoming here of the past so that we can move forward and step into a new life that is better for you, okay? So again, if you're interested in learning more about that, please click the link down below. All right, so that's what I've got for you, Taurus. Now, for your horoscope. What we do have happening at the very, very first of the month, March 1st, is a full moon right here in Virgo, which for you, Taurus, is your 5th house of happiness. It also rules love, and it also rules romantic relationships. So what's going on here the first of the month, I think, is either some kind of ending or some kind of culmination here in something that makes you happy. Or in some kind of romantic relationship, maybe a situation with a child too, in the 5th house in some way. You're either trying to end something that you enjoy, or you're trying to complete doing something that you really like so that you can bring as much joy and as much happiness into your life as possible. Okay, the reason why you are doing that is so that at the new moon here in Pisces on March 17th, going on, you can start to focus on this area of life, okay? And that for you is going to be in your 11th house of your goals, your dreams, and your hopes for the future. And I think at the beginning of this month, you're trying to make sure that you are living like your happiest life possible, that you are doing the things that you enjoy the most so that you can start to take these things and reach some big goals and dreams with them, move forward with them, create something for the better of society in some way that you get in with the 11th house here, and start to associate perhaps with different or better groups of people who you think are right for you. So that to me is what I think is going to set the stage, especially for the beginning of this month. All right, the more that you can try to be happy, figure out what makes you happy so that you can reach some big goals, doing some things that you enjoy is going to help you. All right, that's because we do have these planets in Pisces this month, at the beginning of this month, making a sextile over to Saturn and Pluto in Capricorn. And Capricorn for you is your 9th house of something new and different that you have not done before. Okay, so you starting to focus more on your life and where your life is going and the future you envision for your life in some way is ultimately going to help you do something new you have not done before. Find more of the passion in your life, get more excited about life. Maybe also help you to travel in the 9th house, go somewhere new and study something new, learn something you haven't learned before as well, okay? So I do see there being lots of opportunities to have new goals and dreams, do new things in some way that resonate more with you and can help you to envision a future that is better for you. I also think you focusing a lot on your goals and dreams too, and on how you can more fully step into your goals and dreams, doing something that you enjoy, is going to help you here where Jupiter is, which is going to be in your 7th house of partnerships, normally of the one-on-one variety, a marriage partner, a business partner, or someone that's very close to you. That's because we do have Jupiter at the beginning of this month also in a trine to these Pisces planets at the last degrees. So anything that you can do here to not only envision a new life, reach some new different goals of yours in a very exciting way, I think is also going to help you too to have the right people in your life, to change your relationships for the better so that they resonate with you more. Okay, and to reach some big goals and dreams, doing something new with the people in your life who support you, who can help you, and who just can help you do some things that you want. All right, so that's what I see happening there. The challenge, though, as you're doing all of this, especially at the beginning of the month, is going to be where Mars is. And that for you is going to be your 8th house of changes, endings and beginnings, and big financial investments. Because we do have Mars squaring these Pisces planets, and especially Chiron, too, coming in. So as you're trying to envision a new life for yourself, reach some new goals, work with the people in your life, your close relationships, in order to do something new that is important to you. I think the challenge here is changes. You have to make a lot of changes in your life here in order to reach this new vision of yours, in order to have the people in your life that you want and need. Maybe there's a lot of money going out too in the 8th house, a lot of big financial investments that come in here too, that go on. Maybe as well, you got to figure out how you're going to share your finances and your resources with the people in your life too. You got to figure out money matters, and it matters of intimacy and sex that also come in with the 8th house. Maybe that's the hard part. You know, you have this like really new exciting life for yourself that you see a lot of new goals and dreams. You're starting to understand better what your relationships need to look like and who you need in your life in order to reach some goals and dreams. But now you're like, how do I get from point A to point B? How do I change my life and feel comfortable with this change coming in so that I really can do this new thing that I want with the right people? That's hard. I think if you can, though, be patient and have faith and trust the process, even if it hurts, okay, to change your life, to let yourself do something new or different and have more life that you want, that it will help you. Okay, I do see it being a good thing coming in, okay, and just needing to let yourself bring those two together. One of the reasons why I do think it will be good is because we do have Mars, as it's in your 8th house, also making a trine over here to Uranus in your 12th house of your insides and of your spirituality. So even though these changes may be hard for you to end or begin some things, to let some new goals into your life and to work with people in the right ways, I do think these changes, if you can sit through the hard stuff, if you can sit through the uncomfortable stuff, are ultimately in the end going to help you overcome the past, step into new chapters, and feel much more at peace spiritually, internally with what is going on here, and needing to make the hard adjustments, needing to make the big financial investments, and needing to work out some dirty issues with the people in your life, okay, in order for you to feel much better about where your life is going and find the peace once again inside, okay? As that's going on here, as we're moving towards the middle of the month on March 10th, we also do have Jupiter coming into a retrograde here in your 7th house. So as you're trying to make some changes here to let some new goals in, new dreams in, and to move forward, I think you're also starting to go back over some things with the people in your life. I think you're starting to go back maybe over some old issues in your relationships here to work out any problem areas that you had with people so that you can start to move forward doing something that you want in a better way, okay? I think you're also trying to understand better what's going on with the people that you're in relationships with too, so that you can start to understand what they need emotionally, what they need deeply, so that you can just feel better working with people, doing some things that you want, and changing your life in the right ways, okay? So that's what's going on there. Then at March 17th, we actually do have the new moon in your 11th house. So as to where the beginning of the month, you've just kind of been like thinking and formulating here what's going on with your life, where you want your life to go, how you can work with people to reach some goals and dreams of yours. I think at the new moon, you actually start to step into some of these goals and dreams, start to live them more and move forward perhaps on them more than maybe you were at the beginning of the month as you were trying to work some of the details out about it, all right? So that's what I see happening there. Then after the new moon, as you start to move forward on some of these goals, and some of these dreams of yours, then your focus comes here with these planets moving from Pisces into Aries in your 12th house. The second half of the month is no longer about where do I see my life going and how do I change my life to get there and to do all of it. The second half of the month is saying, okay, now that I'm starting to make the changes to put my life in the right direction and step into some of these new goals and dreams, how do I feel better about it on the inside? How do I be more at peace with some of these changes? How do I overcome some things from the past that I'm not blocking my own progress, so I'm not sabotaging myself, and so that you really can move in the direction that your spirit is telling you to move in, coming in there, okay? So that's what I see happening at the second half of the month. And that's where I'm going to leave it at. I'm going to erase the chart so I don't confuse you and I don't mess it up. And then we're going to start again, okay? So the second half of the month is right here. Where did I say? Aries, your 12th house of your insides. and of your spirituality coming in. So the second half of the month, again, is about you feeling comfortable now with this direction that you've decided your life needs to go in, and that you've been trying to rearrange your life to put it in. Now Aries, the second half of the month, the challenge then becomes here where Capricorn is with Saturn and Pluto, because Aries squares Saturn and Pluto, which for you is in your 9th house of something new, as to where Pisces sextiles Capricorn, which is a positive aspect. Aries squares it, which is a harder aspect. So Pisces, towards the beginning of the month here, you had new goals, you had new dreams, you were excited about it. Life is going in a new and different direction. Maybe it's hard for me to make the changes. Maybe it's hard for me to put my life in this new direction, but I'm getting there. I'm doing it. And then the second half of the month, now that you start to focus more internally, okay, on integrating, on getting comfortable with this new life direction, then it gets hard for you. Then you start to feel like, okay, I want to do this new thing. I want to move forward on these new goals, but man, it's really taken me out of my comfort zone. But man, there's really a lot of new stuff that I have to do here that does not feel right. You know, maybe as well that some things coming back from the past that you have to beat down again in order for you to do something new and to move forward on it. And really needing to put in some of that effort towards the second half of the month to not relapse into old patterns, okay, and to not be afraid to do something new that you need to do, even if it does take you out of your comfort zone, okay, going on. If you can continue if you can continue to do something new that it is that you need to do to reach some big goals and dreams of yours, even if it is uncomfortable for you or does take you out of your comfort zone in some way, I do think it will be good for you. That's because these planets in Aries will come into a trine here with the North Node this month. And the North Node for you is in your 4th house of home and a family. So anything you can do here to feel more comfortable doing something new that you have not done before, even if it is taking you out of your comfort zone, will then help you here where the North Node is in your 4th house to build something that really is important to you. Okay, to work better here with home and family, to feel more emotionally comfortable inside, to bring more of that stability back into your life, okay? Maybe a little hard, again, to step out of your comfort zone and do something new, but that thing being the key here to helping you have the home life you want, the family, build something that's important to you, and bring that emotional comfort that you've been looking for back into your life eventually, okay? So that is what excuse me, is going on there. All right, happening. Now, I do think as that's going on though, that you're gonna have some help. You're not just gonna be like left out to dry here, feeling uncomfortable as you do these things. I think there's gonna be some support really helping you to bring everything together to move forward. That's because at the end of the month, on March 18th, we're gonna have Mars move into Capricorn in your 9th house where it loves to be. And on March 24th, we're also gonna have Mercury retrograde happening here at the very beginning degrees of Aries in your 12th house. So as you're trying to get comfortable doing something new so that you can build something in your life that really resonates with you, I think you're going to have lots of motivation here to move forward, to do something new, to find the passion once again coming in. And I think you're going to be able to do it in the right ways, to rethink who you are, to rethink what you're feeling on the inside so that you can make sure you're doing something new that really resonates with you and that can really help you move forward in the best way possible. All right, so I do see there being some positive things. You could feel uncomfortable with a lot of planets passing Chiron this month as they move from Pisces into Aries. It could feel a little bit hard to get right with everything that's going on in your life and to overcome some things from the past so that you really can step into new chapters, but I think you're going to be fine. I think the end of the month is going to give you a lot of opportunities here and a lot of motivation to do what needs to be done and to do it in the right ways. Okay. And then at the very end of the month, the last thing I want to mention is a full moon here hanging out in Libra on the last day of the month, March 31st. And that for you is going to be here in your 6th house of your job and of your daily routines, okay? And I think what that full moon is going to say here is your life, is your job, is your daily routines, are all your external needs taken care of so that you can finally start to pay more attention to what's going on inside you, overcome some things from the past, and really begin to build a life that feels more right for you inside, okay? So that's what I see going on this month. And I think there's a lot of opportunity for you to build a new home, for you to do something new that just feels better for you in some way. It's just a matter of making the changes to build this new thing, letting yourself overcome the past, okay, and moving forward, even if it's taking you out of your comfort zone. Now your card for the month, Taurus, is Justice upright. This to me is a card of fairness going on. And of balance, a lot happening. So maybe there's a lot of things that are going on here, especially at the beginning of the month with your relationships, as you're making some changes here, and maybe just needing to make sure that you are being fair and that other people are being fair to you, giving you your due, to make sure that you're getting what you deserve and that they're getting what they deserve as you make some changes in life to do some things that you really want. This too could also bring some balance, maybe necessary balance, as you start to make some changes to move forward. Typically, I do see this card as a good card. Maybe as, I don't always like to think of karma, but normally I think of karma coming back with this card in a positive way. So if you've done a lot of work in the past, put in a lot of effort to work with people, to do something that really resonates with you, I think this month is going to give you an opportunity to get rewarded, to see the payoff here for all this work that you've been putting in, especially if you've been diligent, especially if you've been doing the best that you can to work with others in a way that's fair, in a way that's balanced, and to move forward, okay? And I see it being a good month this month to get your due and to get and to hopefully work with other people in a very positive way in order to get it as well. All right, so that's what I've got for you, Taurus. Thank you so much for watching my horoscope. If you like it, please like it on YouTube, subscribe to my channel, share it with your friends, and I will talk to you later.